iOS 17, in the name of privacy, in certain iOS 17 applications such as Messenger and Mail, they are going to block Click IDs. Now, that caused much consternation at the beginning when it was like, ooh, is that going to be UTMs? Is that going to be just Click IDs? Which IDs not? And it's been a rapidly evolving and changing as the different betas and alphas came out. As it stands today on September 26th, 2023, Google, Face, and Facebook's Click IDs are getting stripped from URL parameters. If you're on an iOS 17 device using certain Apple widgets or apps, if you will. Additionally, there's a setting about enhanced privacy, which is relatively not buried, but you do have to look, which you can turn on for all your browsing on your phone. Now, by default, it's private browsing only, so we don't know how many people are going to uptake it. But what that means is if you were browsing around on Safari, it would also strip the Click ID. Now, why this matters? Click IDs are used heavily by Google and Facebook. Now, of course, they have brilliant engineers, and they're going to do all sorts of other things to figure out what's going on without these. We've worked with both of those engineering teams before Click IDs came, since they came, and then we'll work with them after. And there's all sorts of ways to do your best to mitigate it. But at a nutshell, Facebook and Google have one less very precise parameter that helps them identify people will now be missing from iOS 17 traffic, some portion of it. It's the high level what's going to happen.
So really, if you're looking at your SMS tracking and your email tracking, and you go into your HubSpot, does anyone use Aweber? I don't know. Like Aweber is like
one shopping cart was my favorite.
Yeah, shopping cart.
One shopping cart.
All of a sudden, we will lose total visibility for all iOS devices, provided people opt out of this. Like, talk to me about like that, if people opt in or opt out, because obviously the ATT prompt way back with iOS 14 was a decision in which 90 some odd percent of people actually
96%
opted out. 96%, yeah.
Which was a shocking point of view. Okay, so this one is you're auto opted out by default for Messenger and Mail, the two apps on your phone. Which means if you were showed a Gmail ad, for example, there'd be no Click ID. So the Click ID is this GCLID equals in this big gobbledygook, which translates into knowing a couple things. For us, it helped. We could look up what ad group and ad targeted you, and then what the criteria was. So it could be Gmail lookalike of my email list. And then it's a target all Gmail addresses with this. Your algorithms and Google think you'll like this list of people. And so that Click ID made it very easy to do that. We take the Click ID, we go say, hey, why did you show this ad? And it would tell us. It wouldn't tell us who. It would just tell us what. Now, Google, though, also would know who. And so now they're not going to have that visibility through the way this is currently going to work. And then additionally, if you're on Safari, you can go in and say, hey, don't strip the Click IDs from Safari as well. Now, I don't know why you'd want to do that, because target advertising, if you don't respond, you don't get ads from people. And if you do respond, you get more similar. So it's in your benefit, frankly, for Google to know, so you're not getting annoyed by the ads that you see, or less annoyed, because you'll only see things that in theory you may give a crap about.
That's so the
whole premise is like annoying.
That's an interesting point, which I think people lose in this whole thing, because they're saying, oh, well, it's helping my privacy. Well, it's actually helping get you, or assisting in you being more annoyed with online advertising, which is going to be something that us marketers are going to continue to do no matter what. So, and our ads are just going to become less relevant and more annoying to you. And that is the thing that's lost in all this. Is like, online advertising isn't going away anytime soon. It's just that more relevant advertising is becoming less and less applicable in today's ad platforms because of what Apple is doing. And I think that's a huge differentiator I mean, obviously, marketers listen to this show, business owners, directors of marketing, people that are obviously using online and digital advertising in order to further their businesses and
Mhm.
digital marketing just in general. So we as a group are maybe skewed to this whole thing. But that, if you're in an argument about privacy at a cocktail party, that is actually a really good argument. Like, it's
Yeah,
not about your privacy. It's about now you're just going to be showing a bunch of ads that are going to get
be
shown
annoyed.
anyway and are less relevant for you
It'd be
as a
like
result of
TV
this.
when you sit through the ads in the old days, you can't skip an ad, so you just tune out.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. It's just going to be more like lame Geico ads or
Oh,
whatever.
oh my God. If
You
I could
know,
block the Geico ads on like Sunday watching football or like Saturday afternoon college football,
that
if I
one and
could,
Liberty Mutual. Those
oh,
two you see
Liberty, Liberty,
constantly.
Liberty. Are you kidding me? Or like the Ford F-150 ads. Like, I am never going to buy a pickup truck. I'm sorry. I'm just never going to. Stop showing me these GD ads.